Today I'm going to show you how I made Jack Skellington cookies for Halloween. This is what you'll need, and let's get started. I've already made up a batch of rolled sugar cookies, and I cut those into about 3-inch circles, and I baked them and then cooled them, and now I'm going to make up my royal icing. I'm going to start by whisking up some egg whites into a small bowl until they are nice and foamy, and then I'm going to add in my cream of tartar. Then I'm going to add in about half of my powdered sugar, and I'm going to whisk this until it is nice and smooth. I'm going to add the remaining powdered sugar, and again whisk until this is nice and smooth. Now if you have a problem consuming raw egg white, by all means you can just go ahead and use milk. I prefer the egg white royal icing because it dries up a little bit harder, and that way I can stack up the cookies when they are done. And when you're done, this is the consistency that you're looking for in your icing. Ribbons that fall off of a spoon will kind of be absorbed back in, kind of flow back out into the icing. If it's too thick, add a little bit of water. If it's too thin, add some more powdered sugar. Then I took a sandwich baggie and I snipped the corner of it off, and I put in a number 3 decorating tip into the corner. And I just put that baggie into a measuring cup to kind of hold it upright for me. And I'm going to pour the icing into that baggie, and then gather at the top, and we are ready to decorate. Now to ice the cookie, I'm going to start on the outside edge by piping a line about 1/8 of an inch from the edge of the cookie. If you get a little bit too close to the edge, the icing will kind of flow over the edge, and that's not what you want. But you don't want a whole lot of the cookie actually showing. And then I'm going to gradually fill this in by going in concentric rings. Now you don't have to be real precise with this. You don't have to get them right next to each other. A few open gaps is perfectly fine. If you have bigger gaps, go ahead and fill those in though. But you don't want a whole lot of icing on the top of your cookie. You just want a nice thin layer. And then taking a toothpick, I'm just going to kind of fill in those bare spots. And if your icing is of the proper consistency, it'll smooth itself out and you won't even notice that those were there. And then move your cookie off to the side. Try not to get your fingers in it like I did. To let it dry completely, and then finish icing the rest of your cookies. And you want to let these dry for about 12 hours before you paint on them. Now I'm going to be painting the faces on my cookies. I tried using a black icing for this and piping it out with a real small piping tip. It didn't really work real well. So I'm just going to take some Americolor black food coloring. It's a gel food coloring. I'm just going to put it in a little tiny dish and add maybe 2 or 3 drops of water to that. And then using a paintbrush, this is actually a liner brush, I'm going to make sure that that water and food coloring is mixed well. And now it's time to let your creativity shine. I'm just going to start off by doing the eyeballs, the eye sockets. I went on Google and kind of Googled different faces that Jack Skellington made in the movie. There's so many different faces that you can do. Kind of use Google as a reference guide. But I'm going to start off with the eye sockets, and the eye sockets are really big compared to the rest of his face, skull. But I'm just going to do those, kind of do an outline, and then fill those in. And then I'm going to paint in 2 little lines, 2 little dots for his nostrils. And then for his smile, it's just kind of a squiggly line. It goes from one edge of his face to the other. It doesn't have to be straight at all. And then for the stitches are just random lines. They don't have to be perfect. There's short ones, there's long ones, they're close together, some are far apart. Just kind of do whatever you want. The more messy it is, the better it looks. And then for the bottom row, not even all of them line up, so just kind of paint on again. Small ones, short ones, long ones, far apart, close together. Just kind of have fun with it. And a few of the pictures that I saw, he had eyebrows. I don't remember him having eyebrows in the movie. But this one I decided to put eyebrows on. It's your cookie. Make it however you want. If you want eyebrows on your cookie, put eyebrows on them. And there you go. That is what they look like. You can make all different kinds of faces, and when you get them all done, this is what they look like. Hope you guys enjoy, and thanks so much for watching.